Does everybody here have our itinerary? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Everybody's been to I made some taco salad. Yeah, good to see you.
Oh, they have a.
I made some at home.
Oh.
4-pound hamburger. Very good. Well,
Let's get rolling here. If I could have a thumbs up from the people online that you can hear me okay? I see some thumbs up. There we go. So we have, well, I can't tell how many people, but a number of people online as well. We got folks coming from, let's see if I can remember, Freeman, our Redeemer in Sioux Falls, and where else do we have, Jesse? Our congregation, and a little bit outside of Freeman, but anyways, good to have you all here with us. So I'm Pastor Matt Worm. Myself and my accomplice, Jesse Kuchermeister, you've been receiving quite a bit of communication over the last number of months on the development of this trip. And how is it just 2 weeks away? Yep, 2 weeks away. So time to get ready. So I believe that Jesse emailed out the itinerary, right, to all of our participants. So if you want to look at that online, or I have it posted here as screen sharing as well. So what I'm going to do is just simply read through this itinerary that we have. It's a fairly detailed itinerary. It doesn't have all the answers for us, but it's I think enough that is definitely sufficient for 2 weeks ahead of time. So just for those online, as our folks from Mount Calvary here were gathering, everybody, people were coming in and saying, I didn't know you were going on this trip. I didn't know you're going on this trip. And it's going to be a really good time. So this is one of my bucket list things, though I'm not planning on dying in the next, short time, but it's definitely one of my bucket lists. So starting off here, the Kentucky trip, June 2nd through the 7th. Thanks for traveling with us. We're looking forward to an informative, entertaining, faith-strengthening trip. In our short time together, we'll travel over 2,047 miles, about 32 hours on the bus, to hopefully befriend other Christians and make friends along the way. See our Concordia schools, their beauty, their history, attend chapel services, and then visit both the Ark Encounter and the Creation Museum, all while starting and ending each day with devotion. So it will most certainly be an exceptional experience. So we'll have the opportunity to join in with the seminary faculty and students at both our seminaries in Fort Wayne and at St. Louis as well. We won't be able to join with the students at Concordia Mequon, but we'll have our own chapel, our own daily devotional that day. Pray for good weather. I guess we can't control that, but we can ask the good Lord, because we're going to have it in the amphitheater that overlooks the bluff. So about like 150 feet vertical over Lake Michigan. And for the high school students and the young at heart, anyone who would like to take a dip in the morning in Lake Michigan, and I'm pretty sure the temperature will be about 48 degrees in the water, because it always was when I went swimming in there. It is my alma mater. You're welcome to do so. So here's a trip summary. Back to our handout once again. We'll travel by luxury motor coach, leaving Sioux Falls on Sunday at 1 p.m. and our first stop will be Concordia University, Wisconsin. The motor coach is when am I blanking on the name right now? Windstar out of Sioux Falls, and they have internet on the bus and plugins and all the sorts of accommodations that you could ever imagine. On a fancy bus, we will have that. The group will stay in the dorm rooms at the campus at Concordia University in Mequon. A few adults will be staying in a hotel along with the bus driver, and the hotel is just about 3 or 5 miles up the road. It's a short drive along the lakeshore. On Monday morning, our group will start the day with a devotion, tour of Concordia Mequon, and then visiting the shores of Lake Michigan. Are you brave or silly enough to join Pastor Worm for an early morning swim in Lake Michigan? Monday afternoon, we will stop in Racine, Wisconsin for a nice sit-down meal, buffet-style meal with views of Lake Michigan. Then we will depart Concordia University, Wisconsin, or Mequon, and travel to Concordia Theological Seminary in Fort Wayne, abbreviated CTSFW. We'll stay on campus at CTSFW Monday evening with, once again, a few adults staying in a hotel. Monday evening, our youth will play games and adults who enjoy fellowship time will tour campus and attend chapel services on Tuesday morning. After chapel, we'll depart for Potter's Ranch in Union, Kentucky. Upon arrival at Potter's Ranch, the group may participate in activities such as zipline and archery tag. The group will stay in the Pioneer and Cedar cabins at Potter's Ranch Tuesday and Wednesday evenings. On Wednesday, we'll visit the Creation Museum. We will return to Potter's Ranch for supper and activities such as hiking trails, 9 Square, and campfire. Thursday morning, we will depart Potter's Ranch and spend the day visiting the Ark Encounter. We will travel Thursday evening to St. Louis. We will stay at the Drury Inn and Suites Forest Park, St. Louis. Friday morning, we will visit Concordia Seminary, St. Louis for a campus tour, 10 chapel services before traveling home to Sioux Falls. And we anticipate arrival back in Sioux Falls around 10 p.m. So if you're arranging rides back and forth from the drop-off spot, which is Resurrection Lutheran in Sioux Falls, that would be the approximate time. So departure arrival. We'll depart from and arrive back Resurrection Lutheran Church, address provided. A limited number of parking spaces, only 6 to 9, are available for individuals who need to leave their vehicles during the week. We encourage carpooling and or getting dropped off if possible. If you plan to leave your vehicle, please let Jesse know. Vehicles will need to be parked in the southeast corner of the lot and in the spaces closest to 26th Street and furthest away from the church building. And I'd ask that we would respect that as well. The fewer cars, more carpooling, well, it just makes kind of sense. If you're driving a longer distance, maybe like we are. And also for the National Youth Gathering, they had a bus leave there a couple years ago. And for some reason, the people didn't listen to the instructions. They have over 200 families coming and going to their child care center. So we'll park our vehicles out of the way. But it's an excellent location for us and everybody participating, and just a couple miles down the highway from the WinStar location. So it keeps our miles down for the bus.
Pastor.
So we will depart promptly at 1
Pastor.
p.m. on Sunday. The bus will be there to start loading at 12:30 p.m. We plan to arrive back to Sioux Falls about 10 p.m. on Friday. So there are 2 congregations at Resurrection Lutheran. There's the kind of regular one, traditional one, and then they have a Makana Jesus, an Oromo speaking, so it'd be Ethiopian dialect, an Ethiopian congregation. They have their own pastor there as well. Their services start at 12, so there'll probably be some other traffic of that ethnic group and its congregation coming in. By the way, Gamichis and his family often go to the services here on Sunday morning and then down to Sioux Falls for the Romo congregation. He helped start that congregation and get it organized. So that's their regular Sunday routine. They've been doing it for about 8 years now. All right, flipping the page over to page number 2. Contact
Pastor.
numbers for myself and for Jesse are right up there. We have the suggested packing list. Along with this would be toiletries. So we should bring towels, right? Or towel, okay. So yeah, brush your teeth. For my high schoolers, brush your teeth. Hygiene is appreciated. You don't want to smell like a barn. So in the packing list there, good clothes for walking and traveling around, of course. Comfortable. We don't really have to do anything super formal the whole week, right? So just bring comfortable clothes. And then money for 5 meals. And so all the meals, except for 5, will be provided. And so those 5 meals will just be along the way, where you will oftentimes have an option for what you would like to eat. So items that'll be distributed during the trip, you guessed it, a souvenir t-shirt designed for us by our own Ava Gatsky, right? You aided in that? I think first you heard of it. Well, I asked your wife, Dave, if she would help out too.
No idea.
Yeah, Jess is on. So it's we have neat trips. I think it says I know a guy, and then our church or our trip dates are on the back of it. You'll have a daily prayer card as well. So we'll have hymns along with kind of a routine for daily devotion, and also a 1-page laminated overview of the trip. So each of you are going to have a 1-page, you can just stick it in your seat, stick it in your pocket, stick it in your bag, laminated card. We don't want anybody to miss the bus on any of our time. So we want you to be informed of departure, arrival times, but certainly our departure times we want to stick with. And then also detailed maps for each stop. So locations of where we're going to stop for food, and also for our are doing different touring places of Mequon, seminaries, Potter's Ranch, and then Creation Museum and Ark Encounter as well. So I'll run through the meal breakdown. Yes. Gotcha. Thanks for paying attention to that.
Can you hear us, Pastor?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, well, we were trying to get your attention. So we haven't been able to follow and since the first paragraph. And we're like raising our hand and putting messages in the chat, but you don't hear us or see us. So we don't have this in front of us. Maybe some people have it emailed, but we can't follow along with you and we can't ask questions because we can't get your attention. So slow
Well,
down.
But I don't even know where the chat would show up in the screen I have going here.
At the bottom, if you roll your arrow over your bottom, it'll show up and you'll see that there's a couple messages in the chat. But even if you just turn up us a little bit so we could catch your attention verbally, be great. There's 9 people here.
I don't know how to see chat and then keep the screen. Okay, Jesse's going to be my chat person. Okay. Well, I went through the first page, so you have it there, and I have a printout for you, Kyra, too. And this document has been emailed out to the trip participants with the emails that we had. So but thanks for that. I struggle with technology. I need Pastor Bauer. He would have been on top of it. Yeah. All right. For those of you online, can you hear me okay? And questions that are raised in our room here as well, or is that a challenge?
No, we can hear you, but we can't hear the people talking to you. So if they ask a question, we don't know what the question was. We just hear your couple word answer.
Okay. I'm gonna try a different microphone. My conference mic usually works pretty good, but then I'll lose my mouse, but I can manage that.
Or you could just repeat their question for us and then answer it.
Yep. Do that as well. All right, so where are my chat questions here? Chat, there's 2 of them down there. Scroll, and there we go. All right. Okay, I'll pause here. Any other questions from the online folks or you guys who are here in the room? All right, I'll keep rolling down the handout and I will be better at keeping it for the online folks. All right, so we get to meal breakdown. You'll notice at the the bottom of the page here I got in line, it says with the asterisk there, individuals pay for their own meal. So you have Sunday supper, Wednesday lunch, Thursday 2 meals, and then Friday supper as well. But along the way, we're going to make a stop on Sunday. Like Mauston, I think it was, is where we're going to stop, Mauston, Wisconsin. So it's a big truck stop area. And within a short walking distance, we have Wendy's, Taco Bell, or China Buffet. Monday breakfast is going to be a light one, just fresh fruit, selection of pastries. And so that's going to be a Concordia Mequon. We'll do a tour after that and then go to a really big lunch. So I think it should last you for about 2 days for what we'll have there. But the menu is, we reserved, I think their party room there, Jesse, right? And we'll have this buffet of their barbecue with brisket, pulled pork, bone and chicken, so forth, mac and cheese for the kids and kids start to. And all coleslaw, got to have coleslaw when you go to Wisconsin, that's for sure. But drinks will be on you guys. So this is a restaurant at a marina, which is right on Lake Michigan. And we did schedule a little bit of extra time there so that if you'd like to walk around the marina, there's a park along the shores of Lake Michigan. That's just a short walking distance as well. But hopefully you'll make it back to the bus on time by the time we have to go. That would be the aim. So we'll continue our travels then that afternoon to Concordia, Fort Wayne, and we'll have Giordano's, if I'm saying that right, pizza delivered to us at the seminary in Fort Wayne. It's a beautiful campus. It's large, it's sprawling. We'll eat in the cafeteria there. And the youngsters can make use of the field house or all of the fields, the walking trails, the ponds there. There's just a ton to explore. And then also that night, there'll be a little reception for adults with cheese and wine and different things like that as well. A Tuesday morning breakfast in the dining hall with the students and anybody else who's there on campus. And then after that, we'll go to chapel. We'll have a tour and go to chapel. So our Matthew Baker, he's been at the seminary now for 2 years. He's off on vicarage. He won't be there when we are there, but you'll get the tour in the sense of his pastoral formation and pastoral formation of our pastors. Box lunch along the way on Tuesday as we're heading to Potter's Ranch. Why? Because we want to get to Potter's Ranch as soon as we can, because that's the place where you get to go zip lining and and the other archery tag and kayaks and canoes. All right. Wednesday breakfast at Potter's Ranch. It's good. There's a chef just for us, from what I gather, for our group. And then Wednesday lunch will be at the Creation Museum with lots of opportunities to eat there. Supper back at Potter's Ranch again. And then Thursday morning breakfast at Potter's Ranch. Thursday, we're going to the Ark Encounter, and once again, there's a food number of food options there. And then Thursday supper, quick stop along the way because we have quite a few hours. I think 5.5 hours from the Creation Museum to Concordia in St. Louis. Good continental breakfast Friday morning. Lunch is the best box lunch along the bus, or box lunch on the bus. And then Friday supper is quite a neat stop. Is that the neat stop one? Right? There's Jessie in her travels has found an amazing stop along the way. It's very entertaining, and you'll find more about it, something you have to experience. All right. So greater details, flipping over to page 3. So as I said earlier, we'll leave at 1 p.m., but meet there at Resurrection Lutheran at 12:30 p.m. And we'll stop there at the Pilot Travel Center in Mauston. We'll do evening devotions on the bus along our way. Because a good devotion location at Concordia Mequon is just not going to work for where we're going to be staying. It'll be difficult to get to. So we'll do it on the bus. Arrive at Concordia Mequon, make our ways to our different rooms there. Monday morning, jump in Lake Michigan, morning devotions, there's walking trails. We have maps of that. We'll have breakfast for our group in Albrecht Lounge, and then we'll be taken on a tour, just an hour tour for that. And then we'll load up the bus and then go to the Reef Point Brew House. If you like to Google that, you're welcome to do that. And kind of get an idea of the Racine overlook and the marina. And after that wraps up, we'll head to Fort Wayne. As I mentioned earlier, there's time for activities and then also a time of visitation and hors d'oeuvres and other things that evening. So Tuesday, we'll wake up and have breakfast dining hall, Camp Stewart Chapel, take a load on the bus, and then get to Potter's Ranch as soon as we can. And that night we'll have evening devotions around the campfire, which should be pretty fun. I'm excited about
Scroll
going
again, please.
so everything does look better online, but still just the idea of swimming in a pond that maybe you can see your feet and you're at waist height. It's not South Dakota would be nice.
Could you scroll again?
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you for scroll. All right. There we go. There's the Tuesday lunch or Tuesday schedule. All right, we'll go over to the next page for Wednesday. So then we'll head to the Creation Museum after breakfast that day and devotions, and just meander about as wherever you want to go, whatever pace you want to go. 4:30, we will head back to Potter's Ranch, and we'll have inflatables for kids and kids at heart, fellowship time as well there, like we'll have up in Fort Wayne, campfire and devotions once again. Thursday morning, we'll have devotions prior to breakfast so that we can just get on the road as soon as we can to the ARC encounter, and then similarly for the rest of our travels there. We'll load up the bus and then be on our way by 8:30. So it might be a little bit pushed there to get devotions, breakfast, load the bus, because we won't be coming back to, of course, the Potter's Ranch. Once again, lunch on our own at Ark Encounter and supper along the way. We'll get to our night's hotel there by Forest Park, do devotions. If you want to swim a little bit or fellowship time, you're welcome to do so. We'll just see how tired we are by that point in time. Do make note of the time changes, both when we're heading east and heading west. I'd imagine we'll make an announcement on the bus about that when we cross that line. So Friday morning, have breakfast at the hotel, load the bus, take the tour of Concordia Seminary, St. Louis, go to chapel, and after that, we will head on our way back north and have quite a fun stop at the Sapp Brothers Travel Center and return back to Resurrection Lutheran, well, about 10 p.m. Friday night. And there are the different websites. If you like to click on those, if you have the document sent to you by email, or you can just type them in. So that is what I have in an overview. Jesse, would you like, what did I miss?
Email that I sent out.
Yeah.
It was link of activities. You just give a response
Oh.
about what activities you want to do at Potter's Ranch. So you can either do that Google form or just tell me. Archery, zip line, or canoe or kayak.
And you know, all of that, kind of, you know.
There might be times for two, she said, those are activities we have to do with staff present, and staff leaves at 5. But we'll depend on traffic.
Are you able to hear Jesse through the conference mic? Okay. Jesse just made a comment saying, along with the email that she sent out to our groups, is that at Potter's Ranch, there's a selection to be had of the different activities. And so to fill out that form and send it in directly to them, it's just a Google form. Or you, if that's not hard, and if you're unable to do that, just give Jessie a phone call or an email, and she'll get you registered for those activities. What were the activities again? It was zip lining, canoeing, archery tag. So you shoot foam arrows at each other. Yeah. Okay. Any questions from online folks? Any other questions or comments from the folks who are here? Yeah.
We're at the seminaries, the towels and all that.
Private. I'm not sure of the quality.
A question here was, so, you know, when you stay at Mequon or the seminaries, are towels provided? Yes, they are, but my experience, that was a while ago, 20 years ago, it was, you know, like pool towels that you have at the hotel. So if you'd like to bring along your own towel, you're very welcome to do so. A blanket or pillow for the bus would be a very nice, that'd probably be good.
But we don't need any,
Yep.
sheets or.
You don't need bedding, don't need to bring a sleeping bag or sheets. Yeah. That should be provided. We have 37 people, 36 people going on, 30 to make it here in the last couple of weeks. So there will be space on the bus.
You're at 18 youth and 19 adults.
18 youth, 19 adults. So I imagine on the bus, there will be a division with the kids all sitting up front. Probably. I think the kids,
like in like high school.
yeah, the high school kids will be in the back. You're an adult, you're an adult, Jake.
Like under 26, you know, that's.
And let's say, that could be a youth now,
Yeah.
nowadays,
Oh.
I mean, their parents' insurance or whatever.
All right.
A youth that were.
Any other further questions or comments, both in the room or online?
Suitcase size doesn't matter.
The suitcase size doesn't matter. It's gonna be, especially at Mequon, and well, it might be the longest walk to your dormitory place. I don't know if you guys are staying in a hotel or not, so maybe a suitcase with wheels on it would be good. For walking to our dormitory and residence.
Per person. The bus, well, there's only 30.
We're not gonna charge you extra if you wanna bring too much, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that full of bus, so.
We had a question here of, do we need to let Jesse know who's carpooling together? Yeah, that would be preferred. When I was counting up, just kind of in my mind of who was going to be parking cars at Resurrection Lutheran, I figured that the people from the Sioux Falls area would just drop off their kids. And then maybe from Friedman would leave a car there. I don't know about Wentworth. Oh yeah, the St. Peter's, Wentworth, if they would be driving back and forth or if a car would stay there. But if you are going to carpool, that'd be helpful if you let Jesse know. Yeah. Is that okay, Jesse? Yeah, okay. There are several adults who have responded yes to ziplining.
I put your name at the top of the list.
You put my name on the top of the list? How long of a zip line is it? Like hundreds of feet? That'll be fun. Yeah.
Right.
I just had a thought of something, but it escaped me because I haven't had lunch yet. Do you remember what it was, Jesse, that we're gonna talk about here?
Rolling suitcase?
No, you don't know inside my head. No. Freeman will bring one vehicle. Good, wonderful. We are working on the room assignments. Do we have those entirely finalized? We do for 2 stops, but not 1 stop. We don't have it finalized for Fort Wayne quite yet. They're pretty busy, but almost done.
Are there gonna be co-ed things?
If you are married, there are co-ed room assignments. Yeah. Oh, not at Mequon? What? Really? Oh, okay. Well, that's the way they have the dormitory set up. You have a male bathroom and a female bathroom. Yeah. Oh, really? They have a bunk. Okay. Well, we'll get that started. We'll be staying in my freshman dorm room or my freshman dormitory when I was in college at Mequon.
Really?
Yeah. All right. But it's the trip is shaping up and we'll be on the bus.
We get into the lottery.
All right. Well, it seems like the questions are waning off, at least in our room here. Any other questions or comments from online?
Did you ask for a bus driver who is very good natured and has a sense of
Can't hear you,
humor?
Kyra, for some reason, if you're talking.
Did you ask for a bus driver who's
Where did
good natured and has a
audio
sense
go?
of humor?
Okay, say it again.
It's not important. I was just asking if you asked for a bus driver that was good natured.
I lost my audio.
Do we need?
Tip the bus driver? That's included in the fees, yeah.
We've already took the bus.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why my volume died.
Oh.
Looks like Kyra's typing.
improvement.
Oh, Kyra just said, I hope we have a good natured bus driver with a sense of humor. Well, by the end of the week, he or she will have a good sense of humor. There will be no way around it with this crew. Well, thanks for tuning in for this short little informational meeting. Any other questions come up, please do let myself or Jesse know, and we'll do our best to answer your questions in a prompt manner. Yeah, Jake.
Well, the question or that email that you sent out with the questionnaire, if we're gonna do any extra activities, is that the only one that we have to do? Is that the only extra or?
No.
As of now,
As of now, that's the only other like waiver form or information form.
Your box, they're personalized. So watch.
Okay.
The next week or so.
Jesse just said, watch for another email in the next week or so about box lunch options along the road as we're finalizing that. Yep.
Will we get a list of who all's going, like the names or name tags or something?
Oh, yeah. Question was, are we gonna get a list of who's going or name tags so we know who's who? We could probably do name tags for a day or so. And we could easily enough print off the spreadsheet of who, yeah, we can put that in your info packet, sure. Yeah,
Right,
all right.
I'm sure she'll get a little roster.
Well, thanks for tuning in. Have a blessed Sunday afternoon. Let us bless the Lord. Thanks be to God.
We're still.
Yeah.
Right, so where's Pete, Noble, names, by saying.
Yeah.